Hey, good morning everybody. My name is Jeff Launette. I'm really excited to talk to you today on the last day of your summer learning program. So for the last 15 days, you've started off most of your sessions by focusing on Portrait of a Graduate skills. Each one of your sessions is started by saying what skills we're focusing on, how we're focusing on them, giving you an opportunity to use those skills, and then at the end of each day, giving you some prompts to be able to really think about how you use those skills to do the awesome things that you've done through summer learning. Well, today's our last day, and I don't want to just focus on how we use those skills today, but as the video we just saw a minute ago, how did we grow in these skills? How did we improve? How did we get better just in the course of the last 15 days? So we have a graphic organizer for you that is going to help you reflect on this. And this is an important thing, to not just do something, but to look back and reflect on what you did, how you did, and why it was important. There's three important things we want you to do whenever we're talking about growth. We want you to be able to say, I grew. I can prove it with the evidence or the examples from the great things I've done in class, and here's why that growth matters today, tomorrow, and into the future. And this graphic organizer is going to help you do that. Now, when you're watching this video for teachers, if you want to play a segment of this, hit pause, let kids do some of the work, come back and do a little bit more, that's great. Or you can play it the whole way through and let the kids work. Whatever works for you. Breaking up into 3 segments might make it a little bit easier for everybody and make it so you can walk around as the teacher and circulate and support. The first thing I want you to do with this document is put your name on the top and circle a skill that you'd like to focus on. Think of the skill that you developed most over the last couple weeks, or maybe the skill you used most. It's up to you, whatever one you choose. Add your name, circle a skill.
Teachers, this is a great opportunity to hit pause on the video, allow every student to do this step, circulate the classroom to see who needs support, because it's hard to move forward without picking specific skills.
After you do that, I want you to look through your portfolio of evidence. Over the last couple weeks, you've been using graphic organizers that tell a story of the skills you've used. If you've been focusing on creating unique solutions, your graphic organizers will show how you got better at that. If you've been focusing on collaboration, your graphic organizers will show what you did to revise your work. So step 1, after you pick a skill, is to put your graphic organizers out in front of you. And I want you to look at which ones show that you used that skill really, really well, and maybe which ones show that you didn't use it quite as well. Pick 1 or 2 and look at them side by side. Which one is pretty good, which one's really good? And after you do that, go into the box that says I can prove it and add some of that information. What does one piece show? What does another piece show? You could write about your graphic organizers, you can write about the things you did, you can talk about the things that you shared or built, whatever you want. What evidence shows that you use those skills? If you compare them, you'll be able to see growth. So take a couple minutes and hit that piece.
Teachers, this is another great time to hit pause and allow the students to do this step as a mini lesson. Consider circulating the room as all the students are laying their evidence out. Point out somebody who's doing an excellent job so other students can see what the difference is between an idea that's pretty good and an idea that's significantly better. That can help all the students recognize how to use evidence to point out growth.
After you've done that part and you can look at the evidence, now you want to go to the top and make that claim of growth. When you look at this evidence, what does it show you? What does it tell you about how you grew?
Teachers, this is another great opportunity to hit pause and allow students to do this step. As students are writing, circulate the room, get 1 or 2 students to share aloud what they wrote so that other students can hear how they've grown.
Now I want you to move to the bottom of this graphic organizer. And this is the part where you can think about why these skills are so important. How do you use them in school? How do you use them at home? How do they help you? How could you get better at these skills? What kind of job do you want in the future? What is your dream job? How would these skills help you be successful in that dream job? This graphic organizer will help you think about those three pieces. I grew, I can prove it, and here's why it matters.
Teachers, again, hit pause. Allow the students to complete this step on why this matters. Students, consider the future after you get out of high school, things that you'd like to do and how these skills might influence that in your personal or professional lives. Teachers, take the opportunity to call on a couple students to share their great ideas and celebrate the great thinking going on in your classroom.
Now, after you're done with this, you're going to be able to talk or share about your growth. Use this as something to talk through. Start with the I grew and share your statements. I can prove it. Point to those evidence pieces. Talk about it in detail. And lastly, have discussions. This is how we take our planning document from just a reflection to a presentation of learning these great, important skills. And that's one of the things we're going to be measuring in our summer learning to make sure you're doing all the great things we did over the last couple weeks, but also recognizing how far you've grown. I can't wait to hear all the great things you've done, and I can't wait to see the pride that you have in recognizing this growth for yourself. See you soon.